What is up, YouTube, and welcome to another episode of Behind the Wall, as always presented by Perky Jerky, and I am here with my fellow prisoners, Kane Jr. 88 and Thermite 917, and we have an amazing, memorable, and special event to discuss tonight, and that is the Overton's 400 at Pocono, and just absolutely an amazing event, one that we won't forget, and for quite a long time. Bullshit! Awful race, and I'm going to recap it as quickly as possible so that you don't have to relive the misery. Kyle Busch got his first victory of the season, and I couldn't be happier for him since the sarcasm and anger in my voice. There's not a lot that happened in this particular event, but the few things that did happen included a lap 1 crash. When do you see that? You really don't that much anymore, but there was one. Coming into turn 3 and on the exit of 3, Matt Kenseth got below Jimmy Johnson and just decided to spin in front of everybody. A couple of people checked up. Several cars went spinning. Eric Almirola and Matt Dibberdots were the unfortunate victims of that wreck, and we're done for the day. Let's see. Oh, Casey Kane performed a shark attack on Jimmy Johnson, cut his tire. Jimmy backed into the wall. He was done for the day. Other than that, there was some racing, a debris caution. That was wonderful. More racing around the track, 3 turns. So really exciting stuff. No cautions in the last stage. So obviously strategy was incredibly evident, as everyone pit one time, and track position mainly stayed the same after it was all through. Race ratings. Hand them out right now. Kane, give a rating.
I don't know what to give this run. I want to give it a low score, but there's something keeping me from doing it. What the hell? I'm gonna give it a 1. Because, as Tyler just stated, this race fucking sucked, and I don't even need to talk about Jackass winning.
Nick, give a rating.
I'll give it, I don't know if this is too generous, but I'm leaning towards a 4 because it wasn't the worst Pocono race we've ever seen. It easily was not the best, but I'm not giving it a 1 because, I mean, the first lap crash was kind of something, because usually you see these long green flag runs to start the race. That was not the case. And then you bring in the bump and run that Kyle put on Kevin Harvick, so that was, I guess, the move of the race, if you want to call it that. It's sad when that's the most exciting thing that happened, but at least it kept it from being the worst race in the world. So I'll go with a 4. Tyler?
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 2. It just wasn't exciting, simple enough. I mean, there was not enough moments to really talk about. Sure, a couple of things happened that kept it from being a complete bore fest. But for the majority of it, considering 400 miles, over the event of 400 miles, there's just not a whole lot to talk about. And it was not an exciting finish. It was not tense in any sort of way like the June race was, so it comes off as disappointing. 2 out of 10.
I'll change mine to a 3.
Very good. I was going to say 4. Are you fucking kidding? Oh, what are you, high? Are you demonic?
No, I am not demonic.
Liar! Alright, moving on. Let's talk about a couple of topics non-related to the race itself. But the first one is related to the race weekend, and that's something that happened. And that was Cup qualifying and the race being on the exact same day. This is the first time that this has happened this year, and it will not be the last. This is going to be happening several other times. And,
Including next week at Watkins Glen.
There you go, Kane. Thank you for chiming in and filling and giving me some info. I don't know. I don't really know how I feel about this. Like, it's not, to me, it's not a big deal. I understand their reasonings as far as wanting to save time, and especially if NASCAR wants to continue their bullshit with late starts, which, that's a whole nother topic that just royally pisses me off. But I understand that teams are on the road a lot, and they want to cut off a day. And sometimes it can seem silly to have qualifying. Qualifying is about, what, an hour and a half of an ordeal, especially with the way they got it set up. Probably less. I guess, I don't know, I'm just guessing, an hour and a half altogether. with going through inspection and the actual qualifying itself, and then post-qualifying inspection, whatever they do there. It could all be done in one day if they just schedule it right. So I'm not really against it.
I know, because I can't really be totally against it, because a couple positive points it brings is, like you said, it cuts off a day from the weekend, so drivers and teams get a little extra time to be at home or wherever, and it allows fans to see some more action on a Sunday if they can't stay the whole weekend. But on the other hand, it's kind of weird that you have to pick your pit stall from where you qualified at last week at Indy, because there's no time to pick it after qualifying. And just from a traditional standpoint, I like the race weekend for Cup to be like the anticipation building from the morning, and the afternoon comes, hopefully not 3 o'clock like it was today. That's late start times again. It's so stupid. But I mean, the race should be about, fans filling the stands, and boom, the main event, the race starts, and like that's the day. We don't need to throw in some other things that kind of break up the flow. Tyler's all about that flow, and I don't think that really agreed with him today.
No, you know what? I want to jump in because I actually didn't know about the whole pit stall thing, and pit stall is a big deal. It's kind of like an underrated thing. I feel like it's not made a big enough deal of it. Some places are really important, and you always want a great pit stall. If it really was basing it off the last race weekend, that's stupid. Are you kidding me? That's so stupid. Why? And come on, how long does it really take? I mean, it's real simple. In the driver's meeting, they can do this shit. Again, I just got done mentioning, it can be done if they schedule it right. Okay, so if they obviously have to do the driver's meeting. All the drivers, crew chiefs, spotters, whatever, they're all there. You're telling me they couldn't go down the qualifying list and go, pole sitter, what stall do you want? You want the number 1 stall? Great, you got it. Second place, third place, and so on. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely could have done that, no problem, but I guess they're saying, and I don't know because I'm not there, they're saying it takes too long to set up the pit stall from qualifying to the race. But still, they had at least like over an hour between, so I don't know. It's just
more than that.
The scheduling was just kind of weird and not necessary. I don't want them to really continue this.
Neither do I. I mean, because qualifying on Friday or Saturday, it really adds, like I think Nick mentioned it adds to the whole race weekend. Because, like, let's say you got a weekend ticket for a certain track. You got qualifying and like the truck race on Friday, and maybe the ARCA race if they're racing that weekend, and then Saturday you got Cup practice and Xfinity race, and then of course Sunday it's all about the Cup race. That's that whole flow we were talking about, and this whole concept that they did this weekend, it really did break that up, and it really confused the hell out of me, especially when it came to that pit stall selection, which is at a track like Pocono where strategy is king. That's pretty important.
Yeah, I'm all for the weekend being shorter. We don't need 3 days of practice and all that crap, but qualifying should just not be on the same day as the big event of the weekend.
Yeah, I mean, the last thing I really want to say about it is they need to change their scheduling and like their organization of the event. If they want to switch it around and be different, then think about it a little bit more. I mean, this was the first weekend, okay, a little bit of trial and error. I understand you have to take a gamble on things sometimes, see how they turn out. So hopefully they take this into account and make a couple of smart little changes. It doesn't need to be that big of a deal, and it shouldn't be that difficult either, for Christ's sake. I mean, it's qualifying. Just get it done and do it in a way that doesn't screw over the event or make it seem like it's too cluttered or anything like that. So hopefully they'll change it.
Yep. Shall we move on?
We shall. And that means we have another topic, and it's a rather smaller one, but still a decent chunk of news, and it's mainly just driver changes for the 2018 season. Ryan Blaney, to really no surprise, is going to be going over to drive a third Penske car for the 2018 season. And that obviously leaves open the 21 ride, and Paul Menard jumps into the Wood Brothers ride. And that also leaves another space open in RCR, and that, while it is not confirmed yet, it is very highly likely that Ty Dillon will move over from the 13 and fill that occupied spot. So a couple of changes, silly season things that are already happening, and we still got a ways to go before the end of this season.
Yeah, I think Menard going to the 21 is an upgrade. I do not think he'll win necessarily. He won't be as good as Blaney, but it's better than the 27 ride, I think, because Childress has been struggling, and obviously Penske and their alliance has been doing good. I think Blaney will do just fine in the Penske 12 car. That's really not going to be a huge change at all, because he already knows everyone over there, it seems. And that's going to be a really strong team with him, Brad, and Joey. So that's 3 young, kind of aggressive guys going for it. And yeah, like you said, Ty Dillon's probably going to fill the 27. I'm kind of surprised. I mean, I'm not surprised that Menard is bringing his sponsor to Penske, but I am surprised that Childress allowed that sponsor to get away, because that probably was bringing in some good money. So I kind of wonder exactly what his reasoning was for departing. Probably more on Menard's decision than anything, but we'll see how it plays out. There's a lot of silly season things going on early, or it's the middle of the season, but still kind of more than I expected.
Well, and another part of it is, too, Menards also sponsors Team Penske's IndyCar team with Simon Pagenaud.
Yeah, I forgot to mention that. So that is a good match.
Yeah, that also played a big role, and I'm sure.
Yes.
Because I'm sure, in addition to his Wood Brothers ride, Paul Menard is also might get a few races in the Penske Xfinity car, the 22, with his Menard sponsorship. So
could be
right.
Yep.
And that's, I really believe that's the reasoning why. I don't think Richard Childress wanted that to happen. I think it was mainly a Menard's decision, like you referenced.
Yeah.
Because, again, it's their sponsor, it's their money. They'll take it where they please. So they saw the option and the opportunity. The vacancy was there. And it is a decent opportunity for Paul. I know that there's a lot of people that are like, fucking Paul Menard, should have been blah, 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 should have been this, should have been that. Again, you got to remember, this is a business, and just because you want the good guy, the feel-good story of a Bubba Wallace to be in it, it's not always going to work out that way. Again, Bubba doesn't have a ride because Bubba doesn't have a sponsor. It's just the unfortunate nature of the event.
Yeah.
But Paul Menard, I mean, that being said, and I understand Paul Menard isn't exactly the cream of the crop. He's, mid-pack material. Let me finish 16th. But, Paul Menard, want to finish 16th? It's going to be, I'll be happy with that and go home. Well, now I think he's got a better chance of finishing like 12th.
Yeah, exactly. That's pretty much it. I think the big thing for us as designers is what's the paint scheme going to look like now, because we're used to that classic Wood Brothers design, and now it's going to be all bright yellow and black, pretty much.
That will make me a little bit salty, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be bright yellow and whatever sponsor they have on the hood that week. Like, it's going to be blue with, peaks on the car, or black if, Richmond Water Heaters is on the hood. It's like, it's going to change colors every damn week. Yeah, Turtle Wax will be green, I think. Yeah. Orange for Sylvania.
Okay, we don't have to go through the rainbow cane.
Yeah.
To hell with all their sponsors. That's unfortunately what's going to happen, and I'm sure somebody out there will be like, fucking Wood Brothers, bunch of sellouts. Well, without a sponsor, they wouldn't be continuing at all. So that's one thing to keep in mind, but it is absolutely a shame. But that's another thing, though. Like, it's just Motorcraft, and they're that just sponsor. They're just gonna drop off the face of the team, or what's gonna happen with them? I don't know. I hope they do stay on. I mean, I can see them sponsoring some races. It can't all be all Menards all the time.
And I think they will, because I think I read Menards is only sponsoring 22 races next year.
Okay, so there's your answer right there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you. See,
all right,
Canopedia right there, giving you guys the information. So, but and just to cover off the whole Ty Dillon thing, I do believe he's going to go there, which will leave another vacancy open for the 13s, you know, and that's a decently solid little team. They keep getting better and better each year, so hopefully they can fill that ride with somebody decent. And
Casey Mears comeback.
I was about to say, bring back Casey Mears, or if they want, they don't. They got plenty of guys in the Xfinity Series they can drop in there, like Daniel Hemrick or Ben Kennedy or maybe Brandon Jones.
Oh God, please no, please no.
Not Brandon Jones.
Not Brandon Jones. Anybody but Brandon Jones. I mean, if I wanted somebody to finish 19th in my Xfinity car, maybe, but Jesus.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
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 No. Your wife. Moving on. Oh, the trucks raced in Pocono this week, and you know damn well what's coming up, and that's where the Cody Coughlin finished. And Cody Coughlin performed the miracles of all miracles. This is greater than the Revolutionary War victory. This is greater than fucking sliced bread. This is greater than just everything. You're gonna have to tell your grandkids and their grandkids and their grandkids about Cody Coughlin's first top 10 in the Truck Series. That stupid fluffernutter finished in 8th. Can you believe it? Can you guys believe it? He did it!
I cannot.
He did it! I'm so proud of him. After starting 13th, which is a very Cody Coughlin-like starting spot, he came home in 8th place. Oh my goodness. He even got a stage point. Can you believe it? Actually, no, he didn't. That's a lie.
That would have been even more of a miracle if he'd done that and finished in the top 10.
I know, but listen, there's big things in store for Cody now after this result, so let's see what he had to say. It was a good day. We've been running inside the top 10 all year. Whew. You can't say things like that, Cody. We just haven't finished there. It was nice to at least finish where we've been running. But I want to be better. I think this is good momentum, though, for sure. Well, first of all, great recap there, Cody. I'm glad you could pump out those 4 sentences for us. Oh, my God. You really are a fluffernutter, aren't you? But we got to hand it to you. We didn't think it was going to happen. You finished in 8th, Cody. You did it. A top 10. Jegs!
Jegs! Jegs!
Jegs!
Jegs! Jegs! Jegs! Jegs!
We will never forget this moment. Never forget where you were at when Cody Coughlin finished 8th. And now it's that time again to hand out some race awards for all 3 of the National Series. And we're going to get it kicked off with a Truck Series award. Who is it?
The first award is Gaining Fans, and that goes to Justin Haley because he wrecked Kyle Busch in the truck race. And if you do that, you're going to make some people very happy. I mean, just watch this video of the crowd cheering after he came down pit road. Going into the tunnel turn, he just kind of turned down into Kyle. I guess he didn't see him, and Kyle spun out, backed into the wall, and we all thank you for that. It was a proud moment. I think you're going to go very far in NASCAR after that. So, good job, Justin Haley. Thank you very much. Because Kyle was the fastest truck in that one. He just got shuffled back, and you know what happens when he gets back there. The funniest part was Kyle was mad about it. Because it's Kyle. He was like, yeah, we're going to get that Justin Haley. We're going to dump his ass next time.
Bitch.
Bitch!
Yeah, I mean, he'll keep that in the back of his mind. Well, I'm sure you will, because you're going to be in the Truck Series and Xfinity Series a lot, because that's your thing. So, but yeah, I mean, Justin Haley's still learning, so just shut up, Kyle. Just shut up. Next award, Tyler.
The next award is the Classic Boner Award. And a big old boner goes again to Justin Allgaier's team. For Christ's sakes, 2 weeks in a row, I got to pick on frickin' Allgaier and his team. Well, this one's more on the team and the crew chief decision because they were in a great position to win the Xfinity race at Iowa. And they decide to not come down and put 4 tires on when everybody else does. I mean, I understand that there was a decent amount of time left in the race, and they were banking on a late race caution, and they were going to slap tires on and run through the field. But damn, how did that work out for you? Oh, that's right. You had to pit under green, and then 2 laps later a caution came out, and oh, by the way, you trapped multiple laps down, and you're not going to get them back, and you're going to finish shitty. That's exactly what happened. So next time, when you're in a position to win a race, don't throw it the hell away. Are you kidding me, Burdette? Yeah, I'm looking right at you, you son of a bitch. You blew it. You're a boner. And I'm disappointed in you. Next award.
Next award is hashtag Toyota Care, and that was obviously the sponsor on Matt Kenseth's car this week. He just lost it on lap 1, turn 3, and collected a bunch of other cars. Man, I don't know if Jimmy came down and took the air off, or if Kenseth just lost it because he was getting close to the grass, but oh, that was not the lap 1 a few drivers wanted to see, but Kenseth got away unscathed. I don't think he had any damage. I don't know where he finished, but I guess it could have been a lot worse because he pretty much blocked the entire track. So, I don't know. Next award, Kane.
All right, our next award is Shark Wreck, and obviously that goes to Casey Kane in his Shark Week car, who spun Jimmy Johnson out in turn 3 and cost Jimmy a chance at a good finish. Cue the Jaws music. Obviously, that's going to be a tough team meeting at Hendrick this week. I mean, hell, Casey just won at Indy, and now he thinks he's all hot shit and everything. So he goes and what does he do? He takes out fucking Jimmy Johnson.
7-time champion, my ass.
Yeah. Fuck that. I got a Brickyard 400 win.
Bitch.
Bitch, yeah. All right, next award. Oh, wait, actually, I have the next award, and that's Same Old Song and Dance, and oh my God, Junior. Man, Dale Jr. in the 88 team once again.
That's the same old story, same old song and dance.
A speeding penalty on pit road. It was early in the race, but it still. I mean, your freaking dashboard lights are off again. I mean, this is. I think this is. I read on Twitter that this is actually the 7th time this season that Junior has been caught speeding on pit road, and that actually leads the series. So if there's any positive about it, this is that Junior's actually winning in something, but of course it's something bad. Oh my God. I mean, I'm even amazed that he came back and finished 12th. That's... I was honestly thinking after that we were going to wind up like 20th or something, but hey, 12th? I did not expect that, so yeah. Nice going, buddy. Great job. Next award.
The next award is playoffs. Playoffs?
Playoffs? Don't talk about it. Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game.
And that goes to Joe Logano and the 22 team. Oh my goodness, did these guys self-destruct today. First of all, Joey was running, I don't know, whatever, mediocre. Miserable mediocrity. That was an award from earlier in the year. Let's just go ahead and give that to him because that's kind of how they were running. The entire Penske team has just been off lately, and Logano and those guys are certainly no exception. And by the end of the race, we get to the last pit stop. What does he do? Speeds on pit road. Okay, so he comes down and he makes his pass through, and they pit again. Now, I don't know if there was something wrong, if they had like a loose wheel or something. That would be my guess, but I mean, because it made no sense for them to pit 2 times in a row. But then they take gas, and you can't do that, apparently, when you have a penalty. And I don't know why they needed to take gas. That was their last pit stop of the race. Did they not know how the rule book works or whatever? Or are they just that stupid? Are you kidding me? So that's another penalty, and they got to come back down pit road again. And their day, which would have been like a top 15 finish, they just got a huge slap in the face. These guys are very far out of the playoff hunt right now. They are not really in a realistic position, and they're going to need a win if they want to be in the playoffs. And that's looking very slim right now. Get your shit together, or don't, because you guys are a bunch of fucking Nancys. God damn, Todd Gordon, Tab boy, just go away. You too, Joey.
Damn it, Todd Gordon.
God damn it, Tom Gordon. Oh, Kimmy fucked your wife, by the way, Joey. Next award.
Oh, the next award is a fun one, and it is the
String Jacket Award!
And that goes to NASCAR again, because you must be crazy for allowing Pocono to have 2 races on their schedule. That is 1 or even 2 too many. These races are proven extremely boring. I don't know why fans even show up. I mean, you need 1, okay, because that's such a unique track. You just gotta have it. But 2 is just overkill to the max. Is that even a phrase that makes sense? I mean, like, nothing happens. If anything, you might get some exciting strategy, maybe 1 big wreck, but otherwise, it's just such an unnecessary way to fill 4 hours. Just take 1 of them off, please. And while you're at it, take off 1 Michigan, perhaps, maybe 1 from most of the other mile-and-a-half tracks. Just, come on, NASCAR. You gotta get a good schedule going. That's a good way to keep some fans. Not having 2 Pocono races. That's not a good idea.
Hell no.
Next award.
All right. Our next award is the Cigar Award, and this week we have multiple ones that we are giving away to a big host of drivers in the Xfinity race, because once again, Iowa Speedway put on a great show on Saturday for the Xfinity race, and once again, another fantastic top 10. First of all, big congratulations to Ryan Preece, man. This guy, he took a chance going for Joe Gibbs Racing. He brought his own sponsorship. He paid for the ride himself, and it paid off. He got a 2nd place at New Hampshire, just like we discussed. And then Saturday, he won his first NASCAR National Series event. Now, you can make the argument that, you know, you're always driving a Gibbs car, yeah, but look, like we discussed a couple weeks ago, you kind of need talent to drive those cars. Even if it is a Gibbs car, you still got to have some talent behind the wheel, and it paid off. So great job to Ryan Preece. His teammate, Kyle Benjamin, making his 4th ever start in the Xfinity Series, driving the 18 for JGR. He comes home 2nd, almost won the race. But I believe this is actually his first top 10, maybe top 5 ever in the Xfinity Series. And he almost won the race, so great job to him. Brian fucking Scott. Yes, Brian Scott made his NASCAR National Series return after, quote-unquote, retiring from last year. He came back to drive the number 3 car for Richard Childress Racing, and he came home in position number 3. Who would have thought that? Also, Brennan Poole coming home in 4th. I mean, the fact that he got a top 5 is just amazing. That's almost a miracle in and of itself. Cole Custer, he's had a great season. For him, he's finishing 5th. J.J. Yaley finished 6th. Oh my God, there's something I never thought I'd say. And it's also kind of a feel-good story because, as you probably may remember, his team owner, Mark Smith, unfortunately lost his life earlier this week. I think it was from cancer. Anyways, rest in peace. And that's a feel-good story, seeing that small team just not even a week after their owner passes away, finishing in a top 10 in a 6th place spot. Good story there. Daniel Hemrick, another rookie driving for RCR, he comes home in 7th. Blake Cook and that small team, I mean, they've had some solid runs this year, but an 8th place, that's pretty damn good for them. William Byron, we all know how great he's been doing, although 9th, it's a kind of low for him. Brandon Jones, yeah, we talked about, he's going to finish 19th. No, he finished in the top 10. Man, I don't know what to say about that. That's actually pretty good. And then, you know what? We can go into the top 15. Yeah, Brett Moffitt. I mean, this guy lost his frickin' ride with Red Horse Racing in the Truck Series this year, and I don't know how he managed to get an Xfinity ride with GMS, but he did, and he brought it home in 11th. He could have had a top 10. He was right on the door, and he brought it home. He got it home in a great finish for him. Anyways, moving on. Next award, please.
The next award is once again the Crying Towel, and it goes to Kyle Busch, his team owner, Joe Gibbs. I am surprised I am giving a Crying Towel to him. He's this quiet little religious dude. He's like 70 years old. But man, he made headlines here because he suspended 2 crew members from Martin Truex Jr.'s pit crew. You might ask why? Well, because the 78 team leases their pit crew from Joe Gibbs, so I guess he has the power to do whatever he wants with them. And oh man, like, still, I mean, mind your own business, man. I mean, I thought it was boys have at it. I guess the 78 guy kind of egged on Adam Stevens when he came by after Kyle Busch got dumped by Truex, and it just started this whole kind of argument, and they thought it was going to turn deadly or something. I don't even know. But this one guy's just like, get out of my box! and Adam Stevens is like, whoa, just take it easy, man, and he left, and that was like the end of the story. So, I mean, it wasn't that big of a deal, but Gibbs is like, I just got, you know, suspend these guys because I'm still salty that my guy got wrecked by the teammate, kind of. So, I mean, it sucks because the 78 crew's always really good, and luckily the replacement guys were good today as well. But, oh, man, he's just, that's kind of like abusing your power a little bit, I would think. I don't think you really need to get involved in a situation like that. Even if it was your own crew guy from your actual team starting something, I mean, they settled it. It's over. Whatever. Just let it go, Joe. I didn't mean for that to rhyme, but I like it.
Come on, Coach.
Yeah.
Come on, Coach. You know better than that.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
come
I have
on,
the utmost respect for the guy, too.
I mean,
Yeah, me too. I mean,
Yeah.
he did what he thought he had to do. I mean, that fine, but it's kind of a little bit too much, I think, for that situation.
I know. It's real simple. 2 bearded bitches got into it, and that's it. Bearded bitch number 1 was like, hey, I'll fuck your mother. And bearded bitch number 2 is like, I already fucked yours.
You think you're a tough guy, huh? Huh?
Yeah, you're a big fucking tough guy, yeah. I got a longer beard. You're gonna have to start using Touch of Grey in about 4 years. I got 6, bitch. I'm assuming the argument went something like that.
That's very close, I think.
I think so too. God damn it,
All right.
crybaby Joe Gibbs!
Crybaby Joe Gibbs!
Joe Gibbs!
Crybaby Coach Gibbs! Ah!
Why don't you go coach the Washington Redskins to another 5-11 season, you big crybaby? Alright, and we have a few best paint schemes of the week to showcase here, so here they are right now. We don't have one designated worst paint scheme of the week, but we have 3 that we're giving dishonorable mentions all to. And first off, quickly, is Chase Elliott's just standardized Napa paint scheme. But it's not the paint scheme itself per se, it's just the one subtle little change that they all of a sudden decided to make. Right there, they changed the yellow on the A pillar there and on the rear, behind the rear window, which has been all year, and now they changed it to the baby blue, like stripes behind the number and contingencies on the sides of the car. What the piss? that looks worse. You are better off keeping the yellow, even though it seemed like there was too much yellow in that general area. It looked better. Now it's just too much baby blue. Ew. Why? Who made this decision? Please tell me. Because I know what you have in your office. And I know I'm getting something to drink. And I'm pissing on your fucking ficus. I'm angry about this. I really am. The ficus in your office will die. And so will you. Next car.
Well, Tyler, I am going to be joining you in Hendrick's office to piss on their ficus because Casey Kane's Great Clips Shark Week car. I mean, first of all, I didn't realize Great Clips had a. I don't know what this whole deal with Great Clips and Shark Week is all about, but this is like the 4th or 5th year in a row they've done this, and wow, I don't know what to say, man. I mean, first of all, that shark on the side looks like piss. I mean, sharks are supposed to be these menacing creatures that you're supposed to be afraid of, and that thing, I mean, that looks like complete shit. I mean, I'm not scared of that car. That car's not supposed to scare me. Not even the dorky shark teeth on the front bumper are supposed to scare me. I mean, what the hell is... I mean, that just looks lame, man. It looks like some shitty car somebody made in, you know, NASCAR Thunder 2004 or something like that. I mean, this looks like piss. And speaking of piss, yeah, I'm going to join Tyler and piss on Hendrick's ficus. Make that 2.
All right, then the next paint scheme that kind of sucked this week was Brian Scott's Daniel Defense number 3 car. Got to defend the Daniel there. I don't know who Daniel is, but you got to defend him. I guess it's, didn't you say it's like a firearms kind of thing?
Yes, it's a firearms manufacturer, yes.
So then, in this case, maybe they got to shoot the ficus then, instead of pissing on it. I mean, it's got like this main arrow kind of behind the number, and then you got these unnecessary smaller arrows that aren't even like the right proportion, that they're not like fitting in with the other arrows, or arrow. It's just like they weren't looking at the car when they were putting those on. Like, it was like throwing a dart with your eyes closed, and it just landed there, and they're like, okay, car's done. Go race. I mean, there's nothing else to the car. It's just, that's it. It's just the arrow in the stupid idiot arrows. Done.
Pretty much.
I don't know.
Terrible. Yeah. Just disgusting cars, seriously. Come on. Alright, now it's time to recap the fantasy picks from Pocono. And the winner, Nick, who picked Brad Keselowski. And Brad Keselowski came home in 5th place. Came home in 2nd after picking Kevin Harvick, who finished the race in 2nd. But he got less points than Brad, so yeah, he'll have to settle for 2nd. Which, actually, there was a tie for 2nd, because Damani also tied with Kane at 43 points. And he picked Martin Truex Jr., who came home in 3rd place. And I round out the rear because it sucks to suck. Thanks a lot, Ryan Blaney. I had a lot of faith in you, and you fucked up. He came home in 30th place.
Ryan Blaney!
Fucking Ryan Blaney! Damn you, Ryan. Thanks a lot. I lost my lead, too, so let's recap the points now because everything has changed. Nick now vaults to the points lead. It's the first lead change all season long, so that's pretty incredible that has finally just happened. I had over a race lead, hell, like an 80-point lead at one point, and let's see, I've tanked it by taking gambles, but you know, it's whatever. I'm not about winning regular season championships anyways. So I'm 12 points behind, and Kane is in 3rd, 19 behind, and Damani, he's just so far out, he'll have to wait for the chase, and you know, then he'll get caught up. But now it's time to make our fantasy selections for Watkins Glen, and I will go ahead and lead it off. And I'm going to take AJ Allmendinger.
Motherfucking
I took him for Sonoma. It didn't quite work out, but I like his chances better here. And yeah, Watkins Glen has had some feel-good stories over the years. Not every single year. You know, kind of like last year and the year before, you know, fucking Hamlin and Logano. Ass! But it's time for a good winner. AJ Allmendinger can get it done. He's a road course warrior. Kane, you're up next.
Alright, yep, I am, and well, He has a win now. He's got momentum. Yep, I am going with that jackass in the 18.
Hey, fuck you, man!
He's
All
obviously won at the Glen before, and he'll probably do it again. For all we know.
Ah, damn it, Kane. We're not even gonna go in on that. You freaking superstitious fuck. Nick, Nick, make your selection.
Okay, I am going with a driver who has always been pretty good at Watkins Glen, and that is Kevin Harvick.
Everyone can eat shit! A big bag of shit!
He almost won in that race where Joey Logano won. He ran out of gas on the last lap. I think he does have a win or two there, maybe one, I don't know. But he is going to get the road course sweep in 2017, Kevin Harvick.
And Damani, obviously, he has to go last again because, sucks to suck, and he's really slow. So his pick will be right here.
Surprise, motherfucker.
And that wraps up yet again another episode of Behind the Wall. We hope you enjoyed listening. This was a forgettable race. Let's just not talk about it again and move on. So for Damani HD, rest in peace. We'll miss him forever. For Kane Jr. 88, I don't have anything to say about him. Go mow your fucking grass again. For Thermite 917, proud supporter of Arby's, Buffalo Chicken, Sliders, and Sandwiches. And for myself, Middleburg 1, Junior Nation 578, Pro Bowl 43. Follow me at all three and then unsub because I'm retired from everything. This has been Behind the Wall, presented by Perky Jerky. You've been Behind the Wall, and thank you for listening.
You're welcome.
Buffalo. Buffalo. Buffalo.
I can't even respond to that.
No, you can't. It's impossible.
And, cause, wait, let me just think real quick.
Yeah, you think. You want to squat one out while you're at it?
Yeah. No, I was gonna say, alright, we're done.
We definitely
Yeah.
be done.
Brennan gone 13th. Ryan
Okay,
C.
you're good.
Jesus Christ!
Sorry, there's just too many feel-good stories here. Damn it.
Brendan Gaughan and getting 13th isn't that exciting.
No, that's
No,
not a
it's
feel-good
not.
story. That's just Brendan gone.
No, it's not.
Alright.
Holy shit, King.
That was
Okay,
good,
yeah,
though.
you can edit out those. You can edit out everything after Brett Moffitt.
Yeah, no shit. Really good feel-good story
Yeah.
of 30th, Ray Black. But let's talk about the absolute good story of the day. Stan Mullis in 32nd.
Yeah.
Stan Mullis.
Yeah, that's totally good.
Stan Mullis whipped out his dick and came home 13 laps down in that piece of shit Chevrolet. Stan fucking Mullis.
Sounds like Mollis.
Stan fucking, let's pop some Molly. In 32nd, the Casablanca Express Chevrolet number 40 is Stan fucking Mullis.
This isn't gonna go in the final clip, is it?
We don't know about that.
Probably in the outtakes. It's somewhere in there.
Stan
Yeah.
Mullis making his Xfinity debut. The name you know. Stan Mullis, Stan Mullis. Former hot dog
Okay,
vendor over at Parkway Avenue.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm not happy with the flow. I wasn't properly prepared. Ugh. I mean, I'm more prepared for sex than I am for this. This is ridiculous. Anyhow.
Holy cow!
Holy cow! Well, yeah, you always got to have one in your wallet. Anyhow, we got...
What?
you know what, Nicholas. You know...
Joey doesn't.
And Kimmy does.
Kimmy definitely does, but Kimmy doesn't come Trojan prepared. Because that's just the way he does. He goes commando. That's the Kimmy way.
Oh my
Yep.
god.
Anyhow. For Thermite 917. This guy. This fucking guy.
I went to Arby's.
You went to Arby's, that's right.
Get the buffalo chicken.
I'll say it again.